As we are going to have a Major League Baseball live stream for you tonight, the fourth and final game of the series between Cleveland and Seattle. Cleveland looks to take 3 of 4 on the opening series of the year. Seattle looks to salvage a split in their opening series of the year against Cleveland. We will preview this fourth and final game coming up in just a minute. First of all, let's pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for this day. Thank you for looking over us, Lord, and please protect these players, everyone involved tonight, players, fans, and please look over us and continue to do your will among us, Lord, as we ask and pray this in your mighty name. Amen. All right, Cleveland and Seattle, the fourth and final game of this opening series of the year. Cleveland has won 2 of the first 3 in this series as they won last night to win the third game of this series. So they look for a series win in their opening series of the season. Let's go ahead and take a look at Cleveland's batting order tonight. Stephen Kwan, the center fielder, will lead it off. Dude, there it goes. All right. Stephen Kwan leading it off and playing center field. Chase DeLauder in right field will bat second. DHing tonight is Jose Ramirez. He's in the third spot. Kyle Manzardo at first base is the cleanup hitter. Catcher Bo Naylor will bat fifth. At third base and batting sixth is, third base batting sixth is Daniel Schieneman. Batting seventh is the shortstop Gabriel Arias. In left field and batting eighth, CJ Kafis. And batting ninth and playing second base is Brian Rocchio. So it'll be Kwan, DeLauder, Ramirez, Manzardo, Naylor, Schneerman, Arias, Kafis, and Rocchio, the starting batting order for Cleveland tonight, as they will take on Emerson Hancock, getting the start for Seattle tonight on the mound. Hancock a season ago had 22 appearances, had a 4-5 record, ERA of 4.9 a season ago for this Seattle team, as they look to avoid losing 3 out of 4 in the opening series of the season against Cleveland. And Hancock taking the mound for his warm-up tosses. Apologies, I was a little late jumping on, so I didn't have a chance to go into a whole pre-game like I wanted to. Cleveland and Seattle to wrap up the opening weekend of the MLB season. Seattle will stay at home following this. They will entertain the Yankees for a series starting tomorrow. Yankees just swept San Francisco on their opening series of the season. That series will begin tomorrow. Cleveland will head to Los Angeles to take on the Dodgers for a series starting tomorrow. As the Seattle Moose mascot over there kind of giving a hard time to the Cleveland players over there. Games across the league today. Blue Jays completed a season opening sweep. They beat the A's 5-2. Marlins with a season opening sweep over the Rockies with a 4-3 win. Brewers with a 3-game sweep. They beat the White Sox 9-7. We'll run down the whole scoreboard here coming up, but here we go. We are just about set to begin as Stephen Kwan will lead it off here for Cleveland. So far this season, Kwan hitting .286, 4 out of 14. Cleveland trying to duplicate last season's success, coming back from a 14-game deficit in the AL Central to come back and win the division. Went out in the wild card round to their division rival Tigers. Of course, Mariners coming off the ALCS appearance when they lost to Toronto. First pitch is a strike, and we are underway in Seattle. Ryan Wills behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. Lance Barksdale over at first base. Will Little at second. And Ryan Addison, the umpire, at third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That is fouled away. And Kwan in a quick 0-2 hole. Hancock looks in and delivers the 0-2 pitch to Stephen Kwan. Outside, 1-2. One-two pitch. Outside again. Counts now even 2-2. Kwan awaits Hancock's 2-2 pitch, and here it is. And fouls it away and stays alive. 2-2. Two again to Kwan. That's on the ground to first. And the throw over to Hancock covering at first base. And that is how this game begins with a ground out. Kwan retired, and it'll bring up Chase DeLauter. 5 for 14 in the season opening series. 4 of his 5 hits, home runs. So he is on a home run tear to begin this season. Pitch on the way, and DeLauter fouls it off for strike 1. A 1 pitch is downstairs. That'll even the count of ball and a strike. A 1-1 pitch well inside and low. Two-one pitch. DeLauter pops it foul, and that will get out of play. It's now 2-2. Two-two pitch, swing and a miss. DeLauter strikes out. Second out of the inning. Bring up the number 3 hitter for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez, the DH. Hitting just 2 for 14 so far in this series. Pitch on the way. That is outside for a ball. One-0 pitch. That's outside as well. It's 2-0. 2-0 pitch is hit foul. That'll get out of play. The count now 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is a foul ball, and that will even the count 2-2 now on Jose Ramirez. 2-2 count with 2 out, top of the first. Two pitch is outside. That'll fill the count 3-2 on Ramirez. Two is hit foul, and another 2-2 pitch coming. Everything else around the big leagues has gone final today. The payoff pitch is outside, and Ramirez draws a 2-out walk. And that'll bring up the cleanup hitter for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo. 2 for 13 in the series for Manzardo. Runner at first, 2 outs. Hancock looks in, and the pitch to Manzardo, a swing and a miss. 0-1. Strike one pitch. Hit foul, and Manzardo in an 0-2 hole. Oh-2 pitch. That just missed. Ball and 2 strikes. Check swing over to the third base umpire. And no swing. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Manzardo strikes out, and that'll do it for Cleveland in the top of the first. They get the 2-out walk, but Ramirez is stranded at first base. Mariners coming up for the first time in the bottom of the first inning. Mariners will send out this batting order. Brandon Donovan at third base will lead it off. Cal Raleigh, the catcher, will bat second. Center fielder Julio Rodriguez in the number 3 spot. Hitting cleanup for Seattle is first baseman Josh Naylor. Randy Arozarena in left field will bat 5th. Luke Raley in the number 6 spot playing right field. DHing tonight for Seattle and batting 7th, Dominic Canzone. Batting 8th is the second baseman Cole Young. And in the number 9 spot for Seattle tonight is the shortstop, Leo Rivas. So it's Donovan, Raleigh, Rodriguez, Naylor, Arozarena, and Raley. Canzone, Young, and Rivas, the batting order for Seattle. And getting the start for Cleveland on the mound tonight Slade Ciccone. 23 starts last year, 7-7, ERA of 4.3. And Donovan will lead it off for Seattle here in the bottom of the first. First pitch from Ciccone is upstairs for ball one. Donovan does have a home run in this series, hitting 4 for 11. Swing and a miss on the 1-0 pitch. That'll even the count 1-1. One pitch. Strike two. Ciccone's 1-2 pitch on the way to Donovan. Yeah, that hit him. That got away from Ciccone, and that hits Donovan. So he will take first base, and it will bring up Cal Raleigh. Although the kind of season he had last year, he's off to just a 1 for 11 start this season in this series. "60 home runs a season ago for Raleigh. Raleigh takes high, ball one. "60 home runs, the all-time Major League record for a catcher. Last season for Raleigh, takes one on the inside corner here for strike one, a ball and a strike. Being a lot of Cal Raleigh jerseys for obvious reasons in the stands. 1-1 is high. 2-1 now to Cal Raleigh. Cleveland winning the opener of this series 6-4 on Thursday. Mariners bounced back with a 5-1 win on Friday. Cleveland picking up a 6-5 extra inning win last night in Game 3. Here's the 2-1 to Raleigh. That misses inside. Now 3-1. The count on Raleigh. Three-one pitches, ball four. So a hit batter and a walk to start off the bottom of the first. We'll bring up Julio Rodriguez. Also off to just a 1 for 11 start in this series. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was way outside. 0-1 the count on Rodriguez. Strike one pitch. That hits the outside corner, and Rodriguez in an 0-2 hole. Rodriguez steps out of the box momentarily. Comes the 0-2. Upstairs, 1-2 now the count. One-two pitch. That's a little nubber backhanded by Ciccone. He's going to go to third and get the lead runner. Good heads-up play there by Ciccone. Saw he had time to get that ball to third, and he throws to get the lead runner for the first out. That will bring up Josh Naylor. 0 for 11 in this opening series. Yeah, it's a strike to Naylor. A 1 is a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 now on Naylor. Naylor, a former Cleveland player, going up against his former team here. Fouls it off on the 0-2 and will stay alive. Nice souvenir for the youngster there down the first baseline. Ciccone gets set to deliver another 0-2 to Josh Naylor. And that's lifted down the right field line, curving foul. Count stays 0-2. Another 0-2 pitch on the way to Naylor. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Naylor couldn't hold up and strikes out. 2 down for Randy Arozarena. Arozarena 2 for 9 in this series. Ball 1. Mariners have hit 7 home runs in this opening series. It's counted for a lot of their offense. Arozarena swings through it, and the count's now 1-1. One upstairs, 2-1 now on Randy Arozarena. Two-one pitch, check swing foul. Count goes now to 2-2 on Arozarena. Two-two pitch is lifted in the air to center, hit pretty well, back to the wall and caught just shy of the wall in center field by Stephen Kwan. Arozarena gave that a ride, but Kwan makes the catch a couple feet in front of the fence in center field. Mariners done in the first. 1 inning in the books, no score, Cleveland and Seattle. It'll be Bo Naylor that's going to lead off the top of the second for Cleveland. Looking at the MLB scoreboard, which has been scrolling down the bottom of the screen, look at that. For the Royals, get a 4-1 win in Atlanta. Good bounce back for Kansas City after that heartbreaking loss last night, having to lead the whole game, but giving up 6 in the bottom of the ninth to Atlanta last night, including a game-winning grand slam in the bottom of the ninth inning last night. So the Royals salvaged the finale in Atlanta today. Orioles with an 8-6 win over the Twins to win 2 out of 3 in that series. Orioles expected to be a lot better team this year and threaten for a wild card spot out of the AL East this year. Rangers win in Philadelphia 8-3. Rangers take 2 of 3 in Philly to start the season. Mentioned earlier, the Blue Jays sweep out the A's 5-2. Reds over the Red Sox 3-2. Reds take 2 of 3 in the opener over Boston. 4-3 win for the Marlins. Marlins sweep the Rockies in the season opener. Pirates and Mets went to extra innings for the second game in a row, but Pittsburgh able to pull this one out 4-3 to salvage the finale in that series. Astros a 9-7 win over the Angels, so the two teams split the 4-game set in Houston to begin the season. Brewers 9-7 over the White Sox. Brewers get the season opening sweep. Rays avoid the sweep in St. Louis, winning 11-7 over the Cardinals. And the Nationals beat the Cubs 6-3. Nats take 2 of 3 over the Cubs at Wrigley. Top 2, here we go. Naylor steps in and takes a strike on the outside corner. Naylor 1 for 8 in this series against the Mariners. Strike one pitch is right there at the knees. It's 0-2. Pitch to Bo Naylor. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night on 3 pitches. Third strikeout for Hancock. To bring up Daniel Schneerman. Schneerman hitting 1 for 6 in this series. Takes low, ball 1. Pitch. A little outside, and it's now 2-0. There's a strike as that catches the inside corner. 2-1. Two-one pitch is lifted foul out of play. That will move the count to 2-2. Two pitch is hit foul. Count stays 2-2. Another 2-2. That's bounced foul again. 7th pitch of the at-bat will be coming up. 2-2 pitch. Another foul. And I've been pronouncing it's Schneeman. I think I've been calling him Schneerman, but it's Schneeman. Daniel Schneeman. Two-two pitch. That is a swing and a miss. Schneeman strikes out. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Hancock, 4 in the game. And it will bring up Gabriel Arias, number 7 hitter for Cleveland. 1 for 7 in this series for Arias. Pitches outside for ball 1. One 0 pitch. That's bounced to third. That is fair. Off balance throw to first in time, and Cleveland retired 1-2-3 in the second. Bottom 2 in Seattle. We go 0-0. Great play there at third base by Donovan to end the top half of this inning. For Seattle here in the bottom of the second, it's going to be Luke Raley to lead it off. Raley is 3 for 9 in this series. All 3 hits for Raley, home runs. We'll try to be on with you again tomorrow night for another MLB live stream tomorrow. This is tentative at the moment. But if possible, we'll be back on tomorrow night for the Pirates and the Reds from Cincinnati. Again, that is tentative. That is not a lock by any stretch, but that's the tentative next live stream here. Pirates and Reds tomorrow night. So bottom 2, here we go. First pitch, strike 1 to Luke Raley. A 1 pitch is high, a ball and a strike now. The count on Raley. One pitch. That's a strike to Raley. Counts now 1-2. Raley only had 4 home runs a season ago. He's already got 3 in this series, as I mentioned. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Raley goes down swinging. Second strikeout for Ciccone. And the batter will be the Seattle DH, Dominic Canzone. Canzoni 2 for 7 in the series. Strike one. Strike one pitch. In the air to left and going back, and the catch made. Schneemann with the grab for out number 2. And the batter will be Cole Young. Young hitting 2 for 11 in the series with a home run. Strike one at the knees. A 1 pitch. That's misses high. A ball and a strike. One pitch. Down low. 2-1 now. On Cole Young. Two-one pitch is lined into right. That's going to be a base hit. That'll be the first hit of the game for either team. 2-out single for Cole Young. Brings up the number 9 hitter for Seattle, Leo Rivas. Rivas 1 for 9 in the series. Runner at first, 2 outs here for the Mariners. Pitch to Rivas is low, ball 1. That pitch misses. It's 2-0. Strike on the 2-0. 2-1. Young, the lead at first. A swing and a miss. Two downstairs, full count. Three-two payoff. That's called strike 3. That will end the inning. 2 in the books, 0-0. Cleveland and Seattle. So it will be CJ Kafis that'll lead off the third inning for Cleveland in a scoreless game after 2. Kafis leading off for Cleveland here in the third, 0 for 6 in the series. He has walked a couple times. First pitch, top 3, strike 1. Strike 1 pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-2 now on Kafis to lead off the third. Oh-2 pitch is foul. Count will stay 0-2. Oh-2 pitch to Kafis. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's strikeout number 5 for Hancock. And it will bring up Brian Rocchio. Rocchio 2 for 7 in the series with a couple RBIs. Foul ball, strike 1. Oh, 1 is low, and ball and a strike now, the count on Rocchio. One, there's a strike. 1-2 on Rocchio. One, two, outside, 2-2. Two, that misses, and that will fill the count, 3-2. Payoff pitch is foul, and another 3-2 pitch coming. Payoff pitch once again, and another foul. Another 3-2 payoff pitch, and another foul. Good battle here between Hancock and Rocchio. Another 3-2. That's a bouncer to first and an easy play right here. And handling it himself is the first baseman Naylor for out number 2. And that will take us back to the top of the order for Cleveland and Stephen Kwan. Pitch to Kwan is foul for strike 1. Kwan grounded out to lead off the game. Oh, 1. Downstairs, that will even the count of ball and a strike. One, that just missed the outside corner. Counts now 2-1. 2-1 offering from Hancock. Kwan pops it up sky high on the infield. Who wants it? It's the third baseman, Donovan, with the catch. That does it for Cleveland. Bottom 3 coming up from Seattle. Scoreless, Cleveland and Seattle. Be the top of the order for the Mariners. Donovan, Raleigh, and Rodriguez here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. So a good pitcher's duel here so far. Looking ahead to the schedule tomorrow, we have the home opener for Kansas City tomorrow. They will be hosting the Twins. Season opener at Kauffman Stadium. Diamondbacks also with their home opener tomorrow. They will be hosting Detroit. Again, after this game, Cleveland will head to Los Angeles to take on the defending World Series champion Dodgers. Mariners will host the Yankees for a series starting tomorrow night. So here we go. Bottom 3, Donovan, the top of the order, will lead it off. First pitch, bottom 3. Donovan drills it into right field, curving foul. Strike 1. Nice catch there by the fan down the right field line. Donovan gave that a ride, but it curved foul. Well, that's a heck of a catch by the fan. Barehanded, no less. Strike 1 pitch right down the middle. It's 0-2. 0-2 pitch, and Donovan's hit by a pitch again. That's the second time tonight Donovan has been hit by a pitch. And this on an 0-2 count. Bounced up and got him in the knee. So here's Cal Raleigh. Walked his first time up. Boy, Donovan's going to be a little bruised in the morning. Pitch to Raleigh's fouled back, strike one. Strike one pitch. Inside. 1-1. One pitch to Raleigh. At the knees, strike two. 1-2 the count. One-two pitch to Raleigh. Bounced foul. And we'll do it again. One-two pitch. And that's up high, 2-2. Here's the throw over to first before the 2-2 pitch. Donovan dives back. Two-two pitch. That's a bouncer. And getting over to first base to cover is Sakani for the first out. Donovan advances to second. And the batter will be Julio Rodriguez. Great play over there by Saccone, the pitcher, to get over there to cover first base. The first baseman, Manzardo, had to go over and field the ball. First pitch swinging, hit into left center field, and that's going to be caught out there in left center by Stephen Kwan for the second out. And it will bring up Josh Naylor with the runner at first and 2 outs. Naylor was a strikeout victim his first time up. And this one gets taken for a ride deep to center. Kwan, again, just in front of the fence, makes the catch. That's two that the Mariners have given a ride to, but to the wrong part of the park, straight away center field. Mariners retired in the third, a hit batter, but Donovan stranded. We've played 3 in Seattle. Cleveland and Seattle, no score. Mariners have left 4 runners on base so far through the first 3 innings. DeLauder, Ramirez, and Manzardo, the three due up for Cleveland here in the fourth inning. Under an hour to play the first three innings here. We are moving right along. Cleveland looks to take 3 of 4 in this season opening series in Seattle. Mariners looking to salvage a split. So it will be DeLauder to lead it off here in the top of the fourth for Cleveland. Ball one here to lead off the top of the fourth inning. To DeLauder. 1-0 pitch is downstairs, now 2-0. Pitch, swing and a miss. 2-1 now the count. Two-one pitch, that is popped foul. Will it stay in play? It will, right in front of the Cleveland dugout. The catch made by Donovan for the first out. And it will bring up Jose Ramirez. Ramirez walked his first time up. He's been the only base runner so far in this game for Cleveland. Strike one. Strike one pitch. That is a little low. 1-1. Ramirez fouls it off. Counts now 1-2. One-two pitch. Bounce foul, and we'll do it again. One-two. Outside, counts even now 2-2. Two-two. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Ramirez goes down. Strikeout number 6 for Hancock. And it will bring up Manzardo, who was a strikeout victim his first time. Manzardo takes low for ball 1. One zero. There's a strike. Counts even now, a ball and a strike. To Kyle Manzardo. One. That is lifted foul, and that will not stay in play. That'll reach the seats. 1-2 now. One-two pitch to Manzardo outside. 2-2. Two. Check swing. No swing, says the third base umpire, and that will fill the count. Yeah, he did hold up on the replay. Barely, but he did. Payoff pitch to Manzardo. Fouled away. We'll do it again. Three-two payoff. There's another foul ball. Good battle here as Manzardo's staying alive. Another 3-2 payoff pitch. Called strike 3 on the inside corner. Manzardo caught looking. Cleveland done in the 4th. We go the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. Cleveland and Seattle. It'll be a Rosarena, Rayleigh, and Canzone in the bottom of the 4th for the Mariners. So a good pitcher's duel here so far. So Rosarena leads it off here at the bottom of the 4th for the Mariners. 0 for 1 on the game so far. Ciccone back to work on the mound. He's at 50 pitches through 3 innings. Got the mascot race going on between innings. First pitch swinging, a Rosarena. Bottom 4 is a bouncer. And 1 pitch and 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. We'll bring up Rayleigh. It's a strikeout victim his first time up. He's got 3 home runs in this series. Rayleigh takes strike 1. Oh, 1, that hits the inside corner. Rayleigh quickly down 0-2. 0-2 pitch from Ciccone to Rayleigh. Downstairs in the dirt, 1-2. One two to Rayleigh. That's well high. 2-2. Ciccone's 2-2 pitch. Bounced foul. Count will stay 2-2. Canzone is on deck. Two pitch swing and a miss. Strike 3. Rayleigh goes down. That's strikeout number 4 for Ciccone. First pitch to Canzone, swing and a miss. Strike 1. A 1 pitch, that's down in the dirt. Counts even 1-1. Canzone popped out back in the second in his first plate appearance. One pitch. Lifted in the air to left. That could be trouble. And that is going to be not caught. A sliding attempt out there in left field. Canzone reaches second base. Kafis gave it a dive there in left field. It hit his glove, but then bounced out. And Canzone will end up at second base. Nice diving effort there. That's going to be a double for Canzone. So the second hit of the night for Seattle. And the batter's Cole Young. Runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. Young fouls it off for strike 1. There's a fine effort out there by Kafis, but couldn't quite come up with it. That ball will get away from the catcher, and Canzone will advance to third. So the Mariners have a runner 90 feet away from denting the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Be a wild pitch on Ciccone. One upstairs, 2-1. Cole Young singled his first time up back in the second. Base hit here would give the Mariners the lead here in the fourth. 2-1 pitch. That misses low and inside. It's now 3-1 to Cole Young. Three-one pitch misses for ball 4. That will put runners at the corners for Leo Rivas. Rivas struck out his first time. Ample scoring chance here for the Mariners with 2 outs and runners at the corners in a scoreless game. That pitch misses outside, ball 1. Cleveland bullpen starting to stir down there. Nobody really loosening yet, but some stretching going on. There's a strike on the 1-0 pitch. I don't think Rivas agreed with that call. See if we have our first ABS challenge of the game. Doesn't look like it. Nope, 1-1 pitch. Rivas sends it into right for a base hit. Coming in to score is Canzoni. Advancing on to third will be Young. It's an RBI single for Rivas. Mariners on the board. It's 1-0 here in the fourth. And that will bring us back to the top of the order in Brendan Donovan, who's been hit by a pitch twice tonight. So 3 straight Mariners have reached with 2 outs. So Donovan steps up with runners at the corners and 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Donovan. Right down the middle, strike 1. A 1 pitch is low and inside. That'll even the count a ball and a strike. Roof closed at T-Mobile Park tonight. It's understandable. A chilly 41-degree late afternoon in Seattle. 1-1 pitch. Donovan rips it into right. And that's going to be up and gone. Donovan sends it out to right field. A 3-run homer. And the Mariners lead it 4-0 now in the bottom of the fourth. I wasn't sure that had enough to get out, but it just did. And Donovan clears them with a 3-run homer. Second home run of the year for Donovan. RBIs 2, 3, and 4. And the Mariners have broke loose for 4 here in the bottom of the fourth. Now Cal Raleigh fouls it off for strike 1. All this damage for Seattle coming with 2 out. The first 2 were retired very quickly here in the 4th. Raleigh swings and misses. Oh, 2 to Raleigh, a swing and a miss, and that finally ends the bottom of the 4th. But the Mariners break for 4 on 3 hits. Big blow, the 3-run home run by Brendan Donovan. We head to the 5th, 4-0 Mariners. So now Cleveland will have to come from behind. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters, Naylor, Schneemann, and Arias. Cleveland looking to find some offense here. They've only had 1 base runner. That was a walk in the first inning to Jose Ramirez. Hancock back out to pitch. He's at 70 pitches through 4 innings. Naylor will lead it off here in the 5th for Cleveland. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Hancock has struck out 7 Cleveland hitters through 4 innings. Hancock would be eligible for the win if he can get through this 5th inning. First pitch, top 5, outside, ball 1. Oh, 1-0 rather, is down low. It's 2-0 now. Two-zero pitch. That's inside. It's now 3-0. Taking all the way, and it's a strike. 3-1 now. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Pop foul. That will get out of play, and that will fill the count. 3-2 now. Payoff 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Great bounce back from Hancock after being down in the count 3-0. Comes back to strike out Naylor. Strikeout number 8 for Hancock. Here's Schneemann. He was also a strikeout victim his first time. That 8 strikeouts for Emerson Hancock is a new career high. Foul ball by Schneemann for strike 1. A 1 pitch is outside, 1-1. One to Schneemann. That is hit. That hits the first base bag, but bounces right to Naylor, who fields and steps on the bag for out number 2. But that was a lucky bounce for Seattle. That hit the bag, but right after it hit the bag, it bounced almost right to Naylor, who ended up making a pretty easy play at first base. Now Arias with the bases empty and 2 outs. Arias fouls it off for strike 1. He grounded out his first time. This will be pitch number 80 from Emerson Hancock, and it's fouled back. And it's now 0-2 on Arias. Oh, 2 pitch to Arias is down low, a ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch, swing and a miss. Arias strikes out. That is 9 strikeouts for Emerson Hancock. We're halfway through this one, 4-0 Seattle. Boy, Cleveland has not been able to get anything going against Hancock tonight. And Hancock, making it through 5 innings, is now eligible for the win tonight. 9 strikeouts for Emerson Hancock. That is a new career high. Rodriguez, Naylor, and Arozarena due up here in the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Mariners, who are up 4-0. Trying to salvage a split of this 4-game series before the Yankees come to town for a series starting tomorrow. Sassoni, through 4 innings for Cleveland, has allowed 4 runs, all of them earned, 4 hits. All 4 in the bottom of the 4th inning for Seattle. RBI by Leo Rivas, and then the 3-run home run from Brendan Donovan for the 4 runs for the Mariners. So here's Julio Rodriguez to lead off the bottom of the 5th. He's 0 for 2 tonight so far. Sassoni's at 74 pitches through 4 innings. First pitch, bottom 5, strike 1. Oh, 1. That's outside. That'll even the count a ball and a strike. Oh, 2 pitch, or 1 pitch rather, is upstairs, 2-1. Fielder's choice and a flyout so far tonight for Rodriguez. Two 1 pitch. That hits the outside corner, strike 2. 2-2 now. 2-2 pitch. That's high. Full count now. 3-2. I said earlier the roof was closed. I may be wrong. The roof may be open because some of the players have stocking caps on. I just happened to look and saw Rodriguez's looked like I saw his breath when he was, so the roof might possibly be open. There's a walk to lead off the bottom of the 5th. Batter is Naylor, the cleanup hitter for Seattle. And he lines this one right to the shortstop, and the catch is made for the first out. Quickly getting back is Rodriguez to first base. Boy, Arias caught that on a line. We'll bring up Randy Arozarena. Oh for 2 tonight is Arozarena, and he takes strike 1. Arozarena's flown out and grounded out. 0-1 is a little low. That'll even the count a ball and a strike. One pitch. Arozarena fouls it off. That will move the count now to 1-2. One-two pitch. That's low. 2-2. Two is in tight. Full count now. 3-2. Two and 3-2. That's lined into left center field, and that's going to fall into the gap and get past both the left and center fielders and roll all the way to the fence. Coming all the way around to score is Rodriguez. RBI double for Arozarena. It is 5-0 Mariners. He hit that right in the magic spot between Kafis and Kwan. Kafis made another effort. Couldn't quite come up with it, and then it got past a little bit. And it allowed Rodriguez to score easily from first base. And the Mariners add to their lead now 5-0. Now a meeting on the pitching mound here. Pitching coach comes out for Cleveland. And now the bullpen is starting to loosen. Peyton Pallette is loosening up for Cleveland in the pen. Luke Raley steps up for the Mariners. He struck out both times tonight so far. Strike one. Oh, one is foul. Counts now 0-2. Oh, 2, that's down low, 1-2. With the Mariners still, still have that bitter taste in their mouth from that 7-game ALCS series loss. Mariners, the only team in Major League Baseball that has never reached the World Series. They look to finally end that drought. 1-2 pitches high, 2-2 now. There's been several teams that have never won the World Series, but the Mariners, the only team in Major League Baseball that have never reached the World Series. 2-2 pitch, that's down low, and the count goes full now. Full count pitch. Line pass, second and into right center. Base hit. Arozarena rounds third. He will score. RBI single for Raley. It is 6-0 Seattle in the bottom of the fifth. And Dominic Canzone will be the batter. And that's going to be the end of the night on the mound for Zacconi. Mowed Seattle down pretty easily through the first 3 innings, only giving up 1 hit, but has run into problems here in the last 2 innings. As the Mariners have broke loose for 6 runs, Zacconi will exit. After 4 1/3 innings, he's given up 6 runs so far, all of them earned. 6 hits, he walked 3, struck out 5. He is responsible for the runner at first base. And Peyton Pallette will come in to pitch for Cleveland. It's his second appearance in this series. Pitched 2 innings in his prior outing and had 2 strikeouts. So Canzone will be the batter following Pallette's warm-up pitches here. 4 in the 4th and 2 so far in the 5th for the Mariners as they've busted this thing open here in the last 2 innings. Paulette spent last year in the minors for Cleveland. Had a 2-3 record with an ERA just over 4. Almost 2-1 strikeout to walk ratio in the minors last year. Pitch to Canzone inside, ball 1. One-zero pitch. That hits the inside corner for strike 1. Ball and a strike. One-one. That misses. Counts now 2-1. Braley, the runner at first, pitch foul. 2-2, and that may have got a piece of the catcher Naylor. Naylor trying to walk it off. Oh, yeah, it did. Got him right under the catcher's mask. And Naylor back set to go. That's a little bit of a wake-up call to you. 2-2 pitch. And another hit batter. As that one hits Canzone in the foot. And the batter will be Cole Young. But like it also came up to hit him in the knee, too. So first and second now for the Mariners. Young pops it up. Calling for it here for the second out is the shortstop Arias. That will bring up Leo Rivas. Rivas drove in the first run of the game for the Mariners last inning before Donovan's 3-run homer. Pitch to Rivas is inside. That'll get away from Naylor momentarily, but not enough to move up the runners. One-zero pitch is foul. That'll even the count of ball and a strike on Rivas. One-one. Leo Rivas went around. It's now 1-2. One-two pitch. That's hit foul. Called strike 3, and that will do it in the bottom of the 5th for Seattle. They add 2 more. We head to the 6th. 6-0 Mariners. for Cleveland in the 6th inning. It'll be Kafis, Rocchio, and the top of the order, Kwan. 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup. Emerson Hancock, 9 strikeouts through 5 innings on the mound for the Mariners. So here we go, top of the 6th. Kafis to lead off. He's been one of 9 strikeout victims tonight against Hancock. First pitch, top 6, fouled away, strike 1. Oh, 1 misses outside. Count now 1-1. Swing and a miss. One, 2 is fouled off. Count will stay 1-2. One, 2 pitch. That misses. 2-2. Two pitch. That's another foul ball. First base side. Count will stay 2-2. 2-2 pitch to Kafis is hit foul again. Two outside, full count, 3-2. Rocchio on deck. Payoff pitch. That hits Kafis. And Kafis is just the second base runner of the night for Cleveland. And it will bring up Brian Rocchio. Pitch to Rocchio is a strike. 0-1. Rocchio grounded out his first time up back in the third. Takes low and inside here, a ball and a strike. Bullpen starting to loosen for the Mariners. 1-1 pitch is on the ground to first. That might be two. Throw to second, one on to first. Double play. And just like that, there are 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. That's Jose Ferrer that is loosening for the Mariners in the pen. Top of the order now, and Stephen Kwan, with now the bases empty and 2 outs. This is probably going to be Hancock's last inning regardless. Ball 1 here. As he is up there on the pitch count. He is now at 95 pitches, 96 pitches. The 1-0 pitch. On the ground to second. And the throw over to first to retire Cleveland in the 6th. 6 no-hit innings for Emerson Hancock. That's probably the end of the night for him, but what a season debut. 6-0 Seattle going to the bottom of the 6th. A career-high 9 strikeouts. Allowed just 2 base runners, a walk in the first to Jose Ramirez, and a hit by Kefis was hit by a pitch in the 6th. That's been the only 2 base runners for Cleveland. So on we go, the bottom of the 6th. It's the top of the order for the Mariners. Donovan, Raleigh, and Rodriguez coming to bat here in the bottom of the 6th for the Mariners, who have a comfortable 6-0 lead in this one. Paulette back to work on the mound here. For Cleveland. First pitch, bottom 6, ball 1. One 0 pitch is foul. That'll even the count, a ball and a strike. One pitch to Donovan. Fouled away. Donovan hit the 3-run home run back in the 4th that extended the lead to 4-0. Mariners added 2 last inning. 1-2 is low, 2-2 now. He's also been hit by a pitch twice, so he's reached base all 3 times tonight, has Donovan. Donovan calls time prior to the 2-2 pitch. Yeah, now the 2-2. It's low, and that'll fill the count 3-2. Payoff pitch. Donovan rips it down the right field line, curving, foul. And that will keep the count full, 3-2. Three-two payoff. That's lined over second and into right field for a base hit. Donovan 2 for 2 and has reached base 4 times tonight. It will bring up Cal Raleigh. Raleigh 0 for 2 tonight. He has reached on a walk. Strike 1. Now 1 for 13 in the series. 0-1 pitch to Raleigh. That gets away from the catcher, and it will advance Donovan to second base. That'll be a wild pitch. So now another runner in scoring position for Seattle. And here's the 1-1. That misses low and outside, 2-1. Raleigh on the 2-1 lifts it down the left field line, and that will be a fair ball. And that'll bounce into the stands for a rule book double. And Donovan will score from second. It is 7-0 Mariners. Just Raleigh's second hit of this series. So Raleigh standing at second, still nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. And a foul ball here for strike 1 from Julio Rodriguez. Hitless in 2 at-bats tonight, did walk and score last inning. Oh, 1. Rodriguez swings through that one. It's 0-2. Rodriguez steps back in the box and awaits an 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. One, two is foul. Rodriguez steps back in the box. And here's another 1-2. Lined into left. That's going to be right at the left fielder, Kafis, for the first out. And it will bring up Naylor. Naylor 0 for 3 tonight. Ball 1. One 0 pitch is popped up just off the infield grass. And the shortstop there for the catch is Arias for the second out. Randy Arozarena now steps up with 2 outs. Strike 1. Arozarena's 1 for 3, RBI double last inning. That ball in the dirt bounces away momentarily from Naylor, but not far enough to advance Raleigh. This game was scoreless after 3 innings, but the Mariners have broke loose in the last 3 innings. 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 so far here in the 6th. Here's the 1-1. It's upstairs. 2-1 now the count on Randy Arozarena. Two-one. That misses barely. 3-1 now the count. Three-one. That's way high. Ball 4. And Arozarena draws a 2-out walk. It will put runners at first and second. For the batter, Raley. Raley 1 for 3 tonight, takes inside, ball 1. Drove in a run with an RBI single last inning. That misses 2-0. Two-0 pitch to Raley from Pellet, who's now at 37 pitches, swing and a miss. 2-1. Raley lifts it in the air to left. Kafis coming on. He will get there for the catch. And that will end the bottom of the 6th. Mariners add another run. We head to the 7th. All Mariners tonight, 7-0. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Cleveland: DeLauter, Ramirez, and Manzardo. I'm sure we have seen the last of Hancock on the mound tonight for the Mariners. And we have indeed. It is going to be a new pitcher on the mound for Seattle. Cooper Criswell coming on to pitch for the second time in this series. Pitched an inning in his prior outing. Gave up a home run in that one. So 6 innings for Emerson Hancock. No runs, no hits. Allowed 1 walk and 9 strikeouts. And he also hit a batter. So what a performance on the mound tonight for Hancock. Strong quality start. But now giving way to the bullpen here in the top of the 7th. First pitch, ball 1 to DeLauter. 0-1 is foul. That first pitch, 1-0 rather, is foul, so it's 1-1. DeLauter rips it into right field for the first hit of the night for Cleveland. And that'll be a leadoff single for DeLauter here in the 7th. And the batter will be Jose Ramirez. Ramirez 0 for 1, takes a strike. He has reached on a walk. Ramirez swings and misses. It's 0-2 on Jose Ramirez. Oh, 2 pitch swing and a miss. Strike 3. Ramirez goes down on strikes. That's 10 strikeouts for Seattle pitching tonight. And the batter's Kyle Manzardo, who struck out both times against Hancock. That's a ground ball to short, and steps on the bag himself for 1 on to first, double play. And that will end the top of the 7th. Cleveland finally gets a hit. But the runners were erased on the double play. Stretch time in Seattle. All Mariners tonight, 7-0 over Cleveland. Again, no guarantee on this, but we'll try to be back on the air tomorrow for another baseball live stream, an NL Central battle between the Pirates and the Reds. Scheduled for a 6:40 Eastern time first pitch. That's why I'm a little iffy on that because of the time. But if possible, we'll be back on for that on Monday, tomorrow. Pirates and the Reds from Cincinnati. Pirates got their first win of the year today with an extra inning win in New York against the Mets. Second straight extra inning game between those two teams. Bottom third of the Mariners' order due up here. The bottom of the seventh inning. Going to try and live stream as many of the Sunday night baseball games as I can this season. The Seattle Moose, the mascot of the Mariners, getting the fans excited. Colin Holderman on to pitch here for Cleveland in the bottom of the seventh, in relief of Pallette. On for the second time in this series, pitched an inning. Gave up 2 earned runs in his prior appearance. And a home run. Dominic Canzone leading off the bottom of the seventh for Seattle. 1 for 2 tonight. First pitch way outside, ball 1. Also have a defensive switch to tell you about. Swing and a miss. That will even the count, a ball and a strike. Angel Martinez comes into the game for Cleveland in center field to replace Stephen Kwan. 1-1 pitch misses, 2-1 now the count. Two one downstairs, 3-1. There's the strike. That will fill the count, 3-2. Payoff pitch in the air to center. Martinez, who just came in the ballgame, has his first play and made out there in center field for the first out. Cole Young, the batter here, and a check swing, but he went around. Strike one. 0-1. There's a strike. It's 0-2 now on Cole Young. Leo Rivas is on deck. And that pitch misses low. A ball and 2 strikes now. That's a ground ball to first. Nice pickup there, and the underhand throw to Holderman covering first. In time for out number 2. That was a good defensive play there at first base by Manzardo. And Leo Rivas, the batter, with the bases empty and 2 outs. Strike one. That pitch way outside on the 0-1. 1-1 now. RBI single back in the 4th for Rivas, and he has scored one of the 7 Seattle runs tonight. Swings and misses on the 1-1. It's now 1-2. One-two pitch is on the ground to third, and the off-balance throw to first in time. That will do it for the Mariners in the bottom of the 7th. On we go to the 8th in Seattle, 7-0 Mariners. Naylor, Schneemann, and Arias due up in the 8th for Cleveland, as they need a big rally here, down 7-0. So here's Bo Naylor to lead it off in the 8th for Cleveland. He is 0 for 2. He struck out both times so far. Cleveland down to their final 6 outs in this one. So, barring a big rally here in the last 2 innings, Cleveland and Seattle will split the opening 4-game series. That's a foul ball for strike one. To lead it off here in the 8th. Strike one pitch. That's bounced foul, and it's quickly 0-2 on Bo Naylor. Oh, 2 upstairs. The ball and 2 strikes now to Naylor. One-two pitch. Outside, 2-2. Two-two pitch hit foul. Count will stay 2-2. Two-two. There's another foul ball. Still 2-2 on Bo Naylor. Leading it off here at the top of the 8th for Cleveland. Two-two inside. Check swing, no swing, and that will fill the count 3-2. Three-two payoff, and that's a foul ball. Good battle here. Naylor hanging around in this at bat. Another 3-2. And went around. Naylor tried to hold up on his swing, but could not. And there's the first out here in the top of the 8th. Now Schneemann will be the batter. Strike one. Strike one pitch is a swing and a miss. Now 0-2. Oh-2 pitch lifted in the air to left. That's going to be a little blooper and drop there in left field for a base hit. Schneemann with just the second hit of the night for Cleveland. That'll bring up Arias. Arias 0 for 2 tonight. Swing and a miss. Strike one. A 1 is a strike. It's 0-2. One is foul. That will run the count to 1-2. 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2. Two pitch. Foul back. Two is inside. That will fill the count. Three-two is foul. Another 3-2 inside corner, strike three. Arias is, I think, asking for an ABS challenge here. Be our first one of the night. Yeah, that's strike three. So this call will stand. Two down here in the top of the eighth, and it will bring up Kafis. Kafis fouls it off for strike one. And Kafis swings through this one. It's 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch low, 1-2. The count on Kafis. One-two pitch. Inside, 2-2. And now we're going to have a challenge on the other side. Oh, that's a strike. That ball is going to be overturned, and that's going to end the top of the eighth inning. ABS challenge overturns the call and gets the Mariners the strikeout to end the inning. On we go to the bottom of the eighth. 7-0 Mariners. Top of the order due up here for Seattle. Donovan, Raleigh, and Rodriguez in the bottom of the eighth. Mariners 3 outs away from salvaging a split in their season opening series. So on we go, the bottom of the 8th. Here's Donovan, who's reached base all 4 times. Hit a 3-run homer back in the 4th. Been hit by a pitch twice. Swing and a miss. Counts even now, 1-1. One lifted foul. That will get out of play. 1-2 now the count on Donovan. One, two, a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Donovan goes down and is retired for the first time tonight. And it'll bring up Cal Raleigh. Raleigh has doubled, drove in a run, and he's also reached on a walk. 1 for 3 officially. Strike 1. Another defensive substitution for Cleveland here. I'll tell you about after this pitch, which is fouled away. It's now 0-2. The count on Cal Raleigh. David Fry comes into the game for Cleveland here to play right field, replacing DeLauder. 0-2 is low. 1-2 now the count. One, two is low. 2-2 now on Cal Raleigh. Two pitch. Fouled away. Count stays 2-2. Two, check swing by Raleigh's fouled off. Count stays 2-2. Two pitch. A bouncer to second. And Raleigh is retired for out number 2. Two out, nobody on here in the Mariner 8th inning, and here's Rodriguez. Julio Rodriguez 0 for 3 tonight. He did walk and score back in the 5th inning. Ball 1. One 0 pitch, a ground ball to second, and a bobble. And Rodriguez will reach first base. Rocchio couldn't quite handle that ball. And let's see how they score that. Yeah, it's going to be an error on Rocchio. And the inning will continue for Josh Naylor. A strikeout, a flyout, a lineout, and a pop out for Naylor. 0 for 4. Ball one. One 0 pitch. Inside, now 2 0. Two 0. That misses. It's now 3 0. Three 0 pitch. That's a 4-pitch walk to Naylor as he reaches base for the first time tonight. And it will bring up Randy Arozarena. Arozarena bounces it through into left field for a base hit. Rounding third and scoring as the throw is cut off is Rodriguez for another Mariner run. It is 8-0 Seattle here in the 8th. Arozarena with his second RBI of the night. And it will bring up Luke Raley. Raley 1 for 4 tonight. Swings and misses at this one for strike one. Folks, it's probably going to be a quick wrap-up here tonight. Following the game, we'll run down the final numbers. One last look at the MLB scoreboard, and it'll be a quick sign-off tonight. Pitch to Raley's a strike. It's now 0-2 on Raley. Oh-2 is a swing and a miss, and that'll do it for the Mariners in the bottom of the 8th. They add one more. On to the 9th we go. 8-0 Seattle. Rocchio, and then the top of the order, Martinez and Fry. Couple defensive changes late in the game for Cleveland. In the 9th inning. So here we go into the top of the ninth. Rocchio will lead it off for Cleveland. He's 0 for 2. Criswell on in his third inning of relief to try and close this out for Seattle, needing 3 more outs. First pitch swinging for Rocchio is into left. 1 pitch and 1 out in the ninth. And we're back to the top of the order now. Angel Martinez, who will get his first at bat of the game, came in as a defensive substitution for Kwan. Martinez 1 for 6 on the year. Takes a strike. Oh, 1 is hit foul, and Martinez is in an 0-2 hole. Oh, 2, that is foul. First base side. Count stays 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Bounce foul again. Another 0-2. Outside, 1-2 now the count. On Martinez. 1-2, a swing and a miss. Strike 3, and Cleveland is down to their final out tonight. That's 5 strikeouts in relief for Criswell. 14 strikeouts for Seattle pitching tonight. And it will be up to David Fry to keep this one alive tonight for Cleveland. Strike 1. Fry 2 for 5 on the year. Swing and a miss, and now Cleveland is down to their final strike. Crowd on their feet. 0-2 pitch up and in. 1-2. One, 2 is outside. 2-2 now. Two pitch. Hit pretty well into left, and at the warning track, Arozarena makes the catch to put a wrap on this one. Mariners win it 8-0 and salvage a split of the 4-game series with Cleveland. A combined 2-hit shutout. From Emerson Hancock and Cooper Criswell tonight for the Mariners. 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Mariners. They did leave 10 runners on base tonight. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Cleveland. They left 2 on base. Hancock picks up the win. And Criswell went 3 innings, so he is credited for the save tonight. Ciccone picks up the loss for Cleveland. In an 8-0 win for the Mariners tonight, so they go 2-2 against Cleveland, with the Yankees coming to town for a series starting tomorrow night. Cleveland will be 2-2 heading to Los Angeles for a series against the Dodgers that will begin tomorrow. Again, one last look at the Major League scoreboard before we sign off for the night. Kansas City salvaged the finale in Atlanta with a 4-1 win today. Orioles 8-6 win over the Twins. Orioles take 2 of 3. Rangers win 2 of 3 in Philadelphia. They beat the Phillies 8-3. Blue Jays a 5-2 win over the Athletics to sweep that 3-game series to start the year. Reds beat the Red Sox 3-2. Reds take 2 of 3. Marlins a 4-3 win over the Rockies. Marlins with a 3-game sweep to open the season. Pirates win in 10 over the Mets 4-3 to salvage the finale there. Second straight extra inning game between those two teams. Astros with a 9-7 win over the Angels. The team split that 4-game series. Brewers pick up a 9-7 win over the White Sox. Brewers with a 3-game sweep. Rays avoid the sweep in St. Louis, beating the Cardinals 11-7, and the Nationals take 2 of 3 from the Cubs at Wrigley with a 6-3 win over the Cubs today. Again, Mariners win this one 8-0. Team split the 4-game series to open up the season. It's going to wrap it up tonight on the live stream. Again, my name is John, Sports Bonanza John on YouTube. If you like my content, really would appreciate a like and subscribe from you. Also on Kick tonight at Sports Kick John. You can follow me there. You can also follow me on Twitch at Sport Guru John. I do have some content on there as well. Again, tentative, but we'll try to be on tomorrow night for the NL Central battle between the Pirates and the Reds. We'll try and keep updated on if I'm going to be able to do that game or not. If not, I'll be on throughout the week with a couple of baseball live streams. For sure, we'll be with you next Sunday. We've got 4 college basketball national championship games taking place next Sunday. We've got the Division II, Division III, and NIT finals on the men's side, and the national championship NCAA tournament women's national championship game coming up next Sunday. So we'll definitely be on the live stream with you next Sunday. Don't know what games yet exactly. We'll keep you updated there as well. So that's going to do it. Again, Mariners win this one 8-0 over Cleveland tonight. And my name is John. Again, thanks for joining me, everybody. Hope to see you throughout the week. Have a great rest of your Sunday. God bless.